Howdy, folks.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
How is everybody?
Good.
And welcome to Tuesday?
Sure.
Happy Tuesday,
Whichever comes
everybody.
first.
So, it is the middle of July, and what that means is it is time for all of our turnstiles to go half off for their summer pieces. So if you've been here before in the past, I'm sure we've done one of these before. I know that we've done some of the like sporadic sales here and there, but I do know we've shopped some of the clearance ones with you guys as well. Turnstile is a local consignment store chain that is for sure in Minnesota, but it's kind of everywhere. Like I've heard it's in Arizona.
I think the family has...
It's over, I
sets.
think, in like Denver and Colorado area too. It's kind of sporadic. It's very random. In the middle of July, they mark all of their summer and spring pieces half off, which is a stellar deal.
So much fun.
Now, Turnstile is a consignment store that's like traditional style. So people bring their pieces in and they don't get paid right away, like a buy-sell trade. They leave it there, and Turnstile kind of does what they wish with it. They price it how they want. They mark it down when they want. They do sales whenever they want and sell it through. And they have quite good prices, especially compared to a lot of the buy-sell trades. Their prices are a lot better than I would say like Clothes Mentor and stuff.
They price to move.
So
They price
then when
to
stuff
sell.
is put on sale, it's a really good deal.
It's a bargain.
And especially with this sale, everything is half off. And that also includes things that have already been marked down because the season's coming to an end. So there are like deals galore and deals to be found all over the place here.
Absolutely.
So today we're actually going to be going to 3. I kind of think that this is like our usual path of 3. There's really like every time we've done these, I think we hit these 3 ones, and I think we're going in the exact same order that we do as well. What are your goals for today?
Things that are not like low dollar. I would like to get some higher dollar stuff.
Yeah. So of course, because this
We'll
is
keep it open.
them trying to clear out the summer and spring, it's probably going to be a lot of the summer spring categories that are half off, though they do take kind of everything all year round. So I think I will be focusing on kind of like transitional pieces. So that being maybe like long sleeve blouses, maybe they have some like lighter sweaters on sale.
Jeans.
They always got jeans, they always got pants, so I'll look at those too. I mean, I don't want to go like wild and crazy on the dresses or the skirts because we will be coming kind of to a slower point with those pretty soon.
Yes.
Near the end of July is usually when I start to think about transitioning to buying fall to sell. So yeah, I won't be like really focusing on the skirts or shorts or anything like that. But it's also really fun when these happen because they do get some really nice pieces here and there. So usually each time we do this, we each score like a couple really good things.
I bought a Gucci bag last time I was here.
I got
Funny enough.
a pair of Amina Muaddi heels, which is like pretty obscure but a really expensive brand, so that type of stuff is really fun to find too. This first store I'd say is like the middle best one. The next one has kind of the better reputation for being like the best.
Rich neighborhood.
Yeah. And then the last one is our local one, so like half the store is my stuff.
She's a hometown hero though, man. I love her.
But we score really good there too.
Love
That
her.
one has like not as good of a reputation, I guess, as the others.
she's got some gems.
But it's underrated.
She's
Like
got
we
some
find
gems.
really good things there. Yeah, we're gonna get shopping. It's gonna be like a thrift with us type of video. We'll show you some stuff that maybe is like slightly out of our price range that we wish we could get and stuff like that. You guys know the deal. We're gonna head in now and we're gonna get shopping.
yeah. First thing I see is this absolutely stunning vintage horse necklace. I had to ask to see this a little bit closer up. They also had so many designer goodies. I definitely was going to look at the belts and some of that Hermes. They had this Hermes scarf, but I really wasn't 100% sure if it was real, so I left it behind. Okay, so a little more detail on this horse necklace. I googled it and it is from 1974. It is a replica of some artwork that is in some museum somewhere. I am 100% going to get this for me. A really good example of something I'm going to be passing on is this pair of Pilcrow jeans. They would only be $10, and a year or two ago I would have absolutely grabbed these, but these just sit for me now. I am also going to be passing on these Pilcrow jeans. These are the newer label, but I just think this kind of yellow wash is a little bit too spring summer for me. They would be $10 as well, but it's just the color that I'm gonna pass on them for. These next couple pairs of jeans I did end up passing on as well. This is a pair of Frame Made in Italy jeans. These were full price for $18, but I just really don't touch Frame jeans too much anymore unless I find them in the bins or they're a style that isn't like a skinny straight jean. These were Free People, size 27. These would have been like $13, $14 somewhere in there. But the really heavily distressed jeans just don't sell for me anymore. I was honestly kind of upset that this wasn't half off. I would have immediately paid $55 for it. It is this beautiful Coach leather trench coat, and I love this kind of like corset detail it has at the waist.
The first thing I spotted were these Maeve Anthropologie sandals. They were a pretty good price, but they were a little plain and they were really, really lightweight, which made me feel like they were kind of cheap, so I decided to skip them. I moved on to looking in the case, and the item that caught my attention was this Prada bag. It had a green label I could see, and I was trying to make out the price. It looked like it said $670. I was just hoping that it didn't say $970, but it is a beauty, and they also had this Hermes wallet. On to the pants with me, and right away I recognize these ones. These are Wayward Fancies by Ishakti. I always say Wayward Francies for some reason, which is weird, I don't know why, but even they had it wrong. On their tag it said Wayward Fantasies, so apparently this brand is just really hard to figure out the name of. I'm not gonna pay $7 for these, but in the bins I'd get them. Then I spotted these pants. Of course, they caught my attention because of the whales. They're by a brand called Daisy L, which I was kind of hoping would be an expensive lag and look brand because these would be a great price, but they did not look like they had much value, so I did pass on them. Still looking at the pants. Oh my gosh, and I found probably the most valuable thing in the entire store. Forget the Prada bag. In the pants, I did spot these really cute bohemian pants. They are Johnny Was, they are linen, and they are such a cute style. They will be a little over $11, which I think is a deal. I'm definitely gonna be grabbing these. Next up, I spotted these plaid pants. I love the color and print to these. They are Maeve Anthropologie. I'd love to pick these up, but they are a petite extra small, so I'm not paying that much. Then I moved on to some of the jackets, and the first one in the row was this Sunday Best 00 faux leather vest. It had a mark on it, otherwise I honestly maybe would have considered it, but especially not with the mark and at a 00. Then I spotted this jacket. It is soft surroundings, which I am super picky with nowadays. I would love to find this half off. I probably would have paid $8 for this, but I'm not paying the full $16 because it's a red tag. I also spotted this J. Crew boucle tweed jacket, really adorable, and this style was really in at the beginning of spring. I don't know how much it is anymore, and this is actually from quite a while ago, so I decided to pass on this. Next up, I spotted an Lafleur blazer. This was really expensive here. I would have loved to grab this, but I cannot pay $30 for this thing. I also found this Veda jacket. I don't have the best luck with Veda, but I know Ryan really likes to sell the brand. This was actually new with tags, so I handed it off to him. I also spotted this jacket by a brand called Dorman. It looks very Lag & Look, and I was hoping it'd be an expensive Lag & Look brand, but the resale was not there to support me grabbing this, so I did not. There were also some Jeffrey Campbell boots. That style is not my favorite. I've seen it a million times.
This piece I hemmed and hawed over. It is mainline Zach Posen, which way back in the day before he closed was really expensive, and it had this really stunning like embroidery kind of a detail all over like all the seams and all the pockets and stuff. It was so cute. It would have been half off of $39, which is like $19.20, but I just didn't like it. I really didn't think comps were that good, so I did leave her. And as I kind of moseyed over from the suits to the case, I found this really beautiful Cult Gaia bag. It still had the original box. This was half off of $71, so like $35, $36, somewhere in there. It still has all of its original paperwork with it. No brainer. Okay, and some more things that I ended up passing on. This was a really fun little Sundance top. It was an extra small. It would have been like $6.25. I just really didn't think the lace part of this would do very well, but I really liked that kind of middle like embroidery part. This was a Nation, same price, $11.50, half off, but I just really don't do good with the white basics. I do a little bit better with like the dresses, some of the more substantial pieces, not just the basics. And then this, I'm kind of kicking myself. I probably should have grabbed it Urban Outfitters, it would have been like $3. I think this would have done good, and I don't really know why I passed on it. I know to some people this might be like the biggest sin ever, but I did end up passing on this Johnny Was piece. It is by Calm, which isn't that like really crazy embroidered stuff that I feel like people kind of expect from him. It was this little more plain top and it had a stain on it. I did end up grabbing this specific phone chain to sell, and I grabbed the phone case because I bought one of these for me. They're super cool. It's this brand that's sold at Anthropologie every now and again, and they have all these really, really fun like phone charm things.
Before we checked out, we saw the hats right up at the front, and I think Ryan should have got this one. So stylish. I also spotted this Eugenia Kim hat. I love the clothespins in it. It's kind of punk glamour, but I decided it wasn't worth it. It somehow clearanced out somewhere for $75, so paying $18 would be kind of steep. Then I went to these skirts, and this one stood out for me because I saw the Skahoop label on it. I honestly didn't know Skahoop made anything besides puffer skirts. I have a feeling that the puffer skirts are kind of what sell best from them. I saw a couple shoes before I left, including these Vionics. These are so cute, and I do have pretty good luck with Vionic, especially for $9. I'm definitely going to be grabbing these. There were also these really interesting Zara shoes. They said ambitious on them, and the other one said unstoppable. Interesting, but I wouldn't pay for Zara. In the shorts, I found some Abercrombie & Fitch shorts with a green label, and these were a really good deal. They also were plus size, so originally they were $9.50, so these are gonna be dirt cheap. I also spotted Rothy's. Oh my gosh, if only it was 3 years ago, because right now, I don't care. I was very tempted to pick up this Jean Paul Gaultier dress. It was $110, and since it's red tag, it would be $110. It had a face on it that was kind of off-putting. I'm sure I could have made money on this, but I knew I was already spending a lot of money, so I just couldn't bring myself to pick this up. Though I can bring myself to spend $10 on some Free People jeans in a really cute style, I bet that these will do good because they look very Magnolia Pearl to me with the drop crotch. And I had never heard of this brand. It's called Brand X. This was new with tags. Looking it up and seeing the comps, it didn't seem like it'd be worth this. My brother loves Juice WRLD, but this would have been too small for him. All right, stop number 2.
Hey, everybody.
The first one that we went to is kind of like my favorite. I feel like I have the best luck at that one. Now we're at the second one that, like we said, has the best reputation, and this is kind of like where Ryan has the best luck.
I tend to do quite
You found like Hermes sneakers and all kinds of fancy stuff. I'm not going to share my total right now for the first stop because it was kind of a lot, because I got something expensive. We were considering maybe that we should do a haul like next week of this stuff where we actually tell you guys like exactly what we paid for these things and like why we felt it was worth it.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, let us know. But yeah, this one is a big store, so there's a lot to go through. So let's get moving.
in there.
And on to our next stop. This was a beautiful Paloma Picasso bag. There is one that I want from her that looks like the one that Princess Diana had, and I will find it. This was not on sale. I just love her stuff. Her leather's amazing. It had the matching little pouch. Beautiful bag. I did end up picking these up, thankfully. This is a pair of Sundance jeans. These were half off of $18, so $9. That's about what I would pay for them at Goodwill. I love this patchwork detail they have throughout, and I love that they have this kind of like gradation in the blue. I think these are really nice. These shoes I really loved. They were literally right above. These were Sam Edelman's for $39. If they were half off, I would have considered them. This next pair of jeans is a brand that I will probably only ever pick up in the bins. It is the brand Revice. These were half off of $31, so like $16.50. I really loved them. I thought they were really cool. I just really wasn't going to pay $16 for these. But the back was phenomenal. It had this like big old heart over the butt. So cool. This next pair of pants, same thing. I would have really loved to get them, but they were just way too expensive. This was a new tag pair of BDG jeans. They clearance for $60. They had them half off at the store for $33. This wash was really cool with the like green blue, but way too expensive. I would have really loved to get this Misha dress. I don't know how you pronounce it. Would have been $20.50, but the red was just a little bit faded, and I thought this style wouldn't do great going into fall. I saw these little green shoes calling my name, peeking out from a rack, so I had to go see what they were. It is a pair of Schutz shoes, and I would have totally got these if they weren't missing that stone. I loved this color. I thought that style was really nice, and I really loved the jewel tone. They would have been like $10.
The first sections I chose to go to were the pants and the denim because, of course, I'm thinking of starting fall shopping and the transitional pieces. And in the pants, I first found these Anthropologie leopard printed bohemian pants. I don't know if they're pajama or not, but this is kind of a rarer Anthropologie brand called Olari. Good price. I also spotted this skirt in the bottom section. This is my first time finding this brand. It would be about $20, so I'm actually not getting it, but it is Tuckernuck, which is a great brand to pick up, just not for $20. Then I moved on to the dresses because I knew there had to be some good prices in here. The first dress to catch my eye was this Pomander dress. I googled it, and sure enough, this is another brand from Tuckernuck. This is a really cute style, and for some reason the tag says new with tags, but there's a huge stain on it and not a tag to be found, so I don't get that. Long time no see to this brand. This is Alembica. This brand is pretty good. It's a lag and look brand. I wouldn't pay this full price for it, but otherwise maybe. I also spotted this Kenzo sweatshirt. This is also full price because it's red tag. I will not pay $38 for this, but cool to see Kenzo in the wild. Then I spotted this Gucci blouse. Now this was actually a really good price for a Gucci blouse. It was $37 full price, but I don't think I could really get much more for it than that, so I'm not going to be getting it. And fun fact, Gucci actually says on the tag what year it's from. As you can see, this was from 2012, so I'm not going to be getting it actually. Next up, I spotted this Real tag, and I was like, ooh, gotta be a good brand, right? It's Free People. Make it make sense. This Free People I loved, but of course, once again, it was full price. I showed it to Ryan because I could definitely see him wearing this, and he said it'd probably be too small for him, so he didn't get it, but it's a really cute Free People piece. I would say this was what I was most probably tempted to pick up that I didn't pick up. It's a Missoni dress, and I love the color blocking to it. It would have been half off, but I know Missoni can be a harder sell, so I decided to skip it. On this rack, though, there was also this adorable Dress the Population cherry dress, so freaking cute. And there was this Emilio Pucci sheer silk maxi dress. This still would have been really expensive, but it was really, really beautiful and interesting. Now, if I had found this like a month ago, I totally would have picked it up. It was half off Denim and Supply Ralph Lauren. This is the type of stuff from them I feel like that would do good, though I did look up comps and they were worse than I expected, so I actually did not get this. Here is a shoe bolo brand to keep in mind. They are called Aloha's. A lot of times this brand is actually sold at Free People. I wouldn't pay this price for them, especially after looking up the comps, but these were really cute. There also was this really pretty pair of Doc Martens. They were like oil slick holographic. I was not about to pay $31.50 for them though. Then I spotted this Zara jacket, and I filmed this thinking, oh, I'm gonna get this. And then when I was kind of looking at it a little bit closer, surprise, surprise, there was a big ol' rip in it. There was also this jacket by a really good brand to pick up, though the price just wasn't there for me. This was by Citron, which I have found once at the bins. It was a silk piece and it did fantastic, though I won't pay $23 for this.
She kind of got me. I was looking through the dresses and I saw Marnie and my heart fell into my pants. It is unfortunately a Uniqlo collaboration, though it is still really cute. This kind of stuff I don't really think does that well for me. I've seen it go for like $25-$30 online, and it would have been half off of $16.50. Then I ended up finding this kind of like little designer rack for dresses. This was a new tag Cinquecep dress from Farfetched. It was half off of $81, which is still, to me, just a titch too high for what I feel like I could list this for. I did, though, find this really pretty Tory Burch little, I think it's a romper, honestly. It was a size small. It would have been half off of $18.50, so like $9 something and some change. I ended up passing on this, though, just because of the style. I really don't think too many people are looking for rompers this time of year, and I really am not looking to hold on to something until next spring and summer. This next dress absolutely ripped my heart out and stepped all over it. It is a new with tag from Anthropologie. Love the label, which is a very, very, very expensive Anthropologie brand. It was $250 new. It would have been $7, but unfortunately, it was missing the original belt, and I really just didn't think that it was gonna sell without the original belt. These little blue shoes kind of caught my eye. They were really fun looking. I like had an itty bitty little inkling. I was like, oh my god, are these gonna be Bottega? No, they're Zara. They would have been $10, which is way out of my budget for Zara shoes, but they were so cute. I have always wanted a pair of wooden Swedish clogs. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. These did fit me, but they were very uncomfortable. The brand was Lovsko. I looked them up. They were just from Walmart. They were like $20 maybe, if this is ever going to focus. Just kidding. They were $33. That is why I did not buy them, but they were still very cute nonetheless. I honestly would have really considered this Abercrombie & Fitch blazer if it had been half off. It was only $25. I really honestly probably would have paid $12.50 for this. I think this is a perfect piece for this time of year, and I love the style. So when I was at this store, I did not realize that blue tags were 20% off. This is an Hermes mug with their signature little horse chain, whatever that is, detail going around the top. I don't know, should I got this for 20% off of $50? Let me know. I did end up finding a pair of beautiful little red Rothy's at this location. These were half off of $48, and I'm not going anywhere near a pair of Rothy's for $24. I will only get them at the thrift store if they're like under 10. I think they've really cooled off recently, so I'm not going to be picking those up. These I was really obsessed with. Superga and Love Shack Fancy. They would have been $20, but these are so oversaturated.
We're at the last stop. We're at home base.
Here we go.
Half the store is my stuff, so it definitely won't take as long at this one.
Very true.
But they do have really good stuff, so I'm holding out hope.
Let's go.
And our final stop, my first find, is a non-sale item, but a beautiful item nonetheless. It is this stunning pair of fully studded Alexander McQueen, main line, not no MCQ, beautiful black leather pumps. These were $180 full price. Totally fair. Somebody's gonna love these. And another pair of Rothy's. These, the logo looked a little iffy to me. It didn't look like the other one. And I don't know anything about Rothy's, if that's a new logo or an old logo or what. Same situation, half off of $49, so that was a no from me. I found this pair of really cute Sam Edelman printed sandals. I thought these were a good like transitional piece, but unfortunately the heel had a lot of staining on it. And they were half off of $27. I really was so disappointed when these weren't on sale. They are new label We The Free. They were $26. So let me know if you would have picked these up for $26. They are the viral Free People Barrel Leg jean that shattered the internet a couple months ago. Should I have bought these? Did I make a mistake? Let me know. After the jeans, I moseyed on over to their designer dress section. I found this Free People dress for $10. I am absolutely obsessed with this. It is this really stunning floral maxi dress. This came home with me. I absolutely loved her. Next was this Kate Spade little, I think this was a dress. I don't remember if it was a romper. I passed on this. It was a size 0. I loved the print, but it would have been like $20, and I just didn't think it would be able to sell for that much, especially because of the size. This Sailor, I looked up comps. People only sell this style for like $35 to $60, and it would have been $20, $24. So I did end up passing on this one as well. This I ended up getting. This was a wonderful little find. It is new with tags for Love and Liberty from the Lag and Look store. This was the clearance tag, which is wonderful. It was $48, and I got it for $24. This was the big pickup of the day. This is a red Valentino tulle trench coat from 2017. Stunning piece. It was $34, which I think was so worth it.
Right when I walked in, I spotted this really pretty dress, and it ended up being a velvet Graham & Spencer. I looked it up, and it's actually Evereve and Anthro, so $10, it's a deal. Then I spotted these shoes I had never seen here before. They are actually full mainline Alexander McQueen. Of course, they're red tag. That's probably why I have not seen them yet, but they are beautiful. These shoes I had seen here before, and I've actually been waiting to pick them up. They'd be $11.50. They're Sardo Franco Sardo, and they were sold at Anthro. So cute. I love this style of Free People pants. These are the penny pull-on flare, and they're in this green velvet. So gorgeous, perfect for upcoming fall sales. I also spotted these capris. Now these are by Burberry Golf, and you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but I wasn't even willing to spend the $8 on them. I just cannot handle this style. I was wondering if there was any plaid, and there was just a little bit. Then I spotted these Frank and Eileen pants, and I saw the price, and I was scared off. They were gonna be like $26 almost, but then I looked up the comps, and I realized that's actually a really good deal, so I paid the $26. Then I spotted these pants. Now these are some Bowden paper bag blue pants. These are so cheap. They're like $4.50. What a freaking steal. And right next to them was the exact same pair in this like salmon pink. Same price, same size. Definitely gonna get this pair as well. And next to them was this pair of Ann Taylor. Now these aren't that interesting, but they would be $2. They're size 14, they're pink, they're houndstooth, they are really cute, and they're from 2022, I believe, so like I have to. Then I spotted these pants. These are Pilcrow. They are only $5, and I was actually gonna get them when I was showing the front of them right here. Then I turned them around to the back, and they just seemed dirty somehow. Not just this mark, they just seemed yellowish, so I didn't get them. Next up, I found some Citizens of Humanity jeans. Not a brand I always pick up, but these are flared, and they are a newer label, and they're the premium vintage line, so I actually am going to pay the $15 for these, because also they are sold at Anthro.
I do love a good Doc Marten. These were stunning. They were made in England. Platform, this like chocolatey brown leather. They will full price though, but somebody is going to get a lot of use out of these for $60. And right next to those Doc Martens was this really cute pair of Coach studded loafers. I love the little T-rose detail on the toe box. So cute. These, unfortunately, were not half off either. They were $38. Again, a great deal if you're shopping for yourself. These brought me back to my childhood. When I was a kid, I had a pair of black jelly sandals and I loved them. This is a pair of bedazzled Jeffrey Campbell, so a little bit more glitzy and glammy than mine. They were half off, but unfortunately I ended up passing on these. They were priced up a little bit and they were missing a stone. So I unfortunately left these for another baddie to come pick them up. Without even knowing what this sweater was, I was like, I'm gonna buy that. It's so precious. It was $8.50 full price. Totally worth it. I wish all my friends that were having kids had kids that were this size. It is by Kids Francesca's, which I didn't know was a thing. Size 10. So cute. It's the little Princess Diana French Bulldog sweater instead of sheep. This was unfortunately not half off, but just look at how cool this thing was. It's a jukebox that somebody has converted into like a little display case. So much fun. As I was doing my little final lap around the store, this colorful beauty caught my eye. It is Anthropologie Mauve, and this was half off of $23. I could not have snatched this off of the shelf quick enough. I love it. This sweater I was gonna get for me, don't tell Jack, but unfortunately, it was just a little too short on me. I think it's a Free People dupe, but for $14, I would have gotten it.
We forgot an outro, but we will actually be doing a haul of everything that we purchased this upcoming Thursday, and we'll show everything in more detail. There also are some pieces that you guys haven't seen in this shop with us, but until the fall and winter sale, au revoir, turnstile.